Hey guys, welcome yet again to a Tundra video. I know we've kind of neglected this car. It's been, when was the last time we did the last video on this thing? It's been a few months, yeah. All right, so this is a saga that's been going on now for a week and a half or so. We're trying to upgrade the blinkers and the reverse lights. And you know, normally we have success. This is a total failure video. We went out and bought a whole bunch of
blinkers, lights, bulbs.
Blinkers, bulbs, and stuff like that. And we got the ones that supposedly come with the resistor. And okay, so the original.
So we didn't really want to split anything or cut anything. We kind of wanted just to put it in and it worked, for it to work, but that, no, it didn't work.
Yeah, okay, so if you go and splice or cut your wires, let me show you why you do not want to splice your wires and put in resistors. All right, so this comes off. You take it off with one of these fancy Torx things. You stick it in there, but I already have it loose. I've loosened it half a dozen times already, so I kind of just have it sitting on here so it doesn't fall off.
It wasn't half a dozen, it was like 5.
5 times?
5 or 4.
5 or 4. Okay, so this thing needs to come this way, sideways from the truck. See, the truck's facing that way, and you want to pull toward you.
But if you don't, then you'll break all the tabs.
Yeah, you'll break all it, and I'll show you why. So you just kind of pull on it, both top and bottom, and it's got these little hooks that sit in that thing. All right, so the reason you don't want to cut your wires, see, normally they have you changing out these wires or cutting the wires and sticking a 6 ohm resistor in line here. See all this dust that's in here? Now I live in Texas, and normally it's not a problem, right? But if you live out in the north, what do they have in the wintertime? Salt. And what's salt?
Corrosion.
Corrosion. See? You're so smart, buddy. Thank you so much. All right, so corrosion. So if you're going to have wires, see how these wires are nicely done? Now, if you go to cut them and you're just asking for problems later on down the road. And I don't want to deal with that. See, all this dust and dirt comes up right through there from the tire up underneath. And it comes up and it splashes all up in here. Look at this. You can actually write your name on this. I mean, you know, this is... So I don't want to be doing that, and I want to keep them nice and tight in here. So let me show you what happens. All right, so I turned on the truck here, and I got it blinking. This is one of the original LEDs that I changed out. This one does not require a resistor. And I thought, well, I'm going to get lucky with the rear too. Right, buddy? We thought we'd get lucky. So here's the original bulb. How does that come out? How does the original bulb come out?
Take it out. You just twist it and pull out. That's it.
All right, so let me hold on. It's probably hot. Woo! It's a little warm. All right, so let me show you all these bulbs. Okay, so I got these are the JDM stars. Do you see how they flash really fast like that? All right. Next on the block is we have what? These right here. They all supposedly come with corrective resistors built into them. And I'm going to show you why that's not true. Go ahead.
Which way does it go? Like this?
I don't think that one matters.
They're red.
Yeah, do you see how quickly it flashes?
I'm curious to see what it looks like when it's red.
How does it look?
Really tell.
That's bright, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see how fast it flashes even off the wall from the other one. Okay, so let's pull that one out and let's put this one back in, and just to give you an idea. Oh. See how nice and slow, click, clock, click, clock, click. All right, this is another expensive bulb that I bought. Look at this. This is another expensive bulb. I forget how much these cost. $15, $20 each. Look, they hyper flash. Yeah, click, 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 click. The only one that I bought like 3 or 4 or 5 different ones. These right here.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, it's been sitting out in the sun. You see how this one blinks nice and slow? You go, wow, we actually found one that works. Well, yes, this one works. Here, go turn the engine on real quick. As soon as you turn the engine on, I don't know what it does. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. I don't know. They don't work. Not sure why not, but none of the aftermarket bulbs that you would buy for the Tundra, TRD, or the 2019s, I'm not sure about the other ones, maybe you get some better luck. I have not. These are, this one right here, they're all $15, $20 for a set of 2.
And this one too.
And that one too. That one doesn't even work. So it's a total failure. Now, when it comes to the, okay, so we can put this back in there. Well, okay, so before putting these in, what I like doing is taking the bulb wire and stretching it back out. So when you put it in, because I've had it in and out so many times, see that? I don't know if you can tell. I've kind of stretched out the wire a little bit. So when you put it in,
oh, the connectors.
Yeah, just push it in, straight in. There we go. Okay, good. So you can put that back in.
You just put it in and twist.
Another problem I've had, and where are the backup bulbs? I bought these for the backup. All right, so let me pull this out and I'll show you something. Here, buddy, can you pull that out? No, it just, you got it?
I twisted it once.
All right. The problem, okay, so these 2 bulbs, I don't know how to quite define this, but it's like this. This one is 20, 30 times brighter than the original incandescent, but the problem is, all right, let me see here if I can demonstrate why you don't want to put these in there. All right, you see where this one right here, the light comes right out of the middle here where the filament is. I don't know if you can quite see that, probably not into focus, but yeah, you see where the filament is? Right here, and that's where the center of light comes from, right? It doesn't come from the tippy top of the bulb, it comes from pretty much the center of the bulb. All right, well, this one, all the light out of here comes out of right in here, right? You have all these LEDs, and of course you have some at the top too. The deal is, the way this reflector was designed, you know, like a flashlight. You know, have you ever taken when I was a little kid, I used to have those Magnum flashlights. You can unscrew the top of the bulb out, you know, and you can have the flashlight sitting by itself. And it's not very bright. Why? Because the reflector reflects the light. So when you have this back of this bulb, in my opinion, was designed so that this center of light sits in the middle of the reflector and gives out the light. When you put these side by side, right, so they're sitting like this, right? Do you see how much higher the center of light here is versus the center of light here? This one's in the center, so the center light comes out of here. And when it sits in the reflector, the light is horrible. Yeah, it's bright, but it doesn't cast it backwards. In other words, this one is 10 times brighter than this, but this casts more light because of the way the reflector is designed. And I have not found an LED bulb that's short like this, that has the center of light coming out of here, out of the silver part, not up here. Now, if you're going to get one that's maybe like designed to be a reflective type of LED bulb, maybe that would work. But it doesn't work. It's horrible. The light casting back. When I first stood behind the truck, I thought, yeah, this is great. But at nighttime, you can't see anything with this because the reflective, it just kind of scatters the light all over the place. I don't know if that made any sense, guys, but that's been our problem. Does it work?
No.
No, it's horrible.
That's why you should just keep the stock ones.
That's why, exactly.
Just get short ones.
Exactly. So here, let's stretch these back out. Bend the prongs back.
I want to do that.
You want to do that? Anyways, guys, you know, I would like to have a positive, you know, upgrade or whatever, but it's a downgrade. When you switch to these, believe it or not, it's a downgrade. I know people are going to hate it. You know, you can put resistors. That's fine. You can put resistors. You can chop up your wires.
But we don't recommend it because that's just messing with the...
Yeah, you're just messing with the reliability of the bulbs further down the road. And let me show you something. This is kind of cool. I bought these, yeah, but you can put it back together.
Show them how to put it back in?
Yeah, show them how to put it back in.
So you make sure you align the pins. You just kind of lean on it and it goes in.
Okay, here, you can put these. Here's your...
Then you just put the screws back in.
Put the screws back in. I bought these accidentally. All right. I'll show you this here real quick. This is pure accidental buy. This is the only bulb that actually says anti-hyper. See that? I bought this, I don't know, accidentally. I thought I was buying this, but this. And I thought, wow, look how huge this thing is when it has the 6 ohm resistor built in. It's massive. You see? I mean, look at this. You tell me. Bunch of smart people. Look at this. See this? This has the built-in resistor. Look how huge this is. But this, I don't know what I was thinking. Whoops. But this was like 50 bucks or 40 bucks for this. And this one is, well, it doesn't work. It doesn't...
And it's also like the tallest one out of them all.
Yeah, this one actually would go in here, in the bottom. But it needs to be a dual, so it needs to have another LED right here. I'm sorry, not LED, but another wire. Because this has a dual, it's, what does this thing do? A brake, I think, right? Brake and running lights. So, but look at this. This has a 6 ohm resistor in it. It's massive compared to this, which they claim to have a 6 ohm resistor or correcting resistor in it. Yeah, how about I don't think so? What do you think?
Yeah, it's hot out here though.
All right, so that's our failure.
A size like this would be perfect, but it doesn't have a resistor in it. So.
No, they don't have resistors. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. I mean, look at this. How many bulbs I bought? You know, this is ridiculous. It just, none of these work. They just don't work. This one would, but it's, whoops. Oh. What about that thing? Do you want to see if we can change the bulbs out of there? Maybe one of these bulbs will fit in there, so I don't have to return half of them. Want to try?
Sure.
All right, guys, real quick. The Mustang parts, we got a whole bunch of them. Just by the time you figure that we have them all, we don't. We finally got, it's been hot outside. It's like 101 degrees outside today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here, just put the screws on top, buddy. Or here, just give them to me. Here. It's been extremely, extremely hot. So that's why we haven't got you, well, that and then some of the parts that, the key component part finally arrived. We got hinges in there and a whole bunch. Did you drop the screw? Here. All right, just yeah. Keep taking the other one out. Oh. Dude, where'd you drop it? Oh, man.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's not down here. What are you doing now?
Trying to put this back in. Get kind of straight, so.
Yeah, we lost one of these screws down there somewhere.
If you guys find it, then yeah, tell us. It'd be epic. So,
how are they gonna find it?
There we go. I put it back together straight.
Okay, cool. All right, so here, give me the first brake light and let's see what kind of bulb that is.
First brake light? This
The middle one.
Why did I drop that?
Don't drop it. Okay, so what kind of bulb this is? Oh, this is, I think this one will work on that one. We'll put one of these Cree bulbs in. Or not Cree, JDM stars. Anyways, guys, if this works, I'm going to put a link in the description down below. Here you go, sweetheart.
Looking for this screw.
Take one of these. I don't know which one works. Remember one of these didn't work or wasn't working or...
Car's not even on.
Anyways, if this bulb works, I'm going to put a link in the description down below. And everything that we do. And this is part one. I'm not going to let that go. We are going to find a bulb that works Here, I haven't found one yet, but there's got to be somebody that makes a manufacturing for that. And I'm going to tackle this one too, but I just got lost in buying all those bulbs that I forgot to order these right here. All right, buddy, let's see here. And it looks like this reflector is pretty much in the center, and the way this bulb is arranged, that the center light out of here and the center light out of here is still about the same, and this one is significantly brighter and casts a better shadow, but I guess we won't know till tonight. Part 2, and then we're going to continue going on with that, but for now, let's see here. Let me change out one more bulb. We kind of stood back and looked at it over and over again, so we decided to do the JDM stars. Since I don't have, if I was, you know, what I recommend is buying 2 sets of these. These are by far brighter. So we're gonna, for my truck, I'm gonna have these on the outskirts, and we're going to do the JDM stars, which is this one right here for the center. But if I were to do it again, I think I would buy 2 of those, and I'll have it in the description down below for that. Here, buddy, you wanna put this back on? All right, so we have this together. I gotta go find the other screw. They're those 2 super bright lights. For me, I decided to have those as the overlook lights. And then there's the red, which is just sitting back and looking at it a lot brighter than the original one. And I wish I had 2 of the same bulbs to stick in the center there. So I recommend buying 4, and then you're gonna have 1 left over for that. But that's significant improvement. All right, guys, that concludes this video. I wish I had more positive outcome.
There's a part 2, so don't worry.
Yeah, there's a part 2. We're going to continue whacking away at this. So in order to see part 2 or more of these light, you know, problems, you have to subscribe on that and hit the little notification button. But anyways, give us a thumbs up if you like the video or not. Anyways, guys, we'll see you on the next video.